Hi, Carol. Hi, Carol. Hi, Maureen. We're going to get started. Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome. I am so happy to see all of you here. We had about 12 people signed up, so the majority of you arrived. I'm happy to see that. And we're just going to take a few minutes to talk about going to Senegal. So grab your glass of ice water, your cup of hot tea or coffee, your Starbucks, whatever you need to get through the next hour. We're going to have an opportunity to take some questions. And I just want to introduce myself. I am Marjorie Fort Dees, and I am the owner and founder of Black Soul Rhythms Travel. And I have organized this group trip. It's sort of personal for me. I've never been to Senegal. And I wanted to go to Senegal. And I said, you know what, let me get this group together so I can go to Senegal too. So I am happy to share this information with you. I found this company, the tour operator is on the line. Mawuli, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
That's right.
I'm going to hand it over to him. But just want to make sure, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. We are recording this, so if anybody has to drop off early, you'll have an opportunity to pick up the recording for replay once that's ready. And I'll make sure I send it out to everybody. Okay, so some of you I know already. Some of you have traveled with me in the past. So welcome back. For those of you that are new, welcome, welcome. And to give you some background on myself, like I said, I'm the owner operator of Black Soul Rhythms Travel, also known as BSR Travel. We started in 2017 and our specialty is group travel. And we do custom travel for individuals and even small groups. Let's skip ahead. We do travel with we use partners to plan our travel, group travel and our individual travel. So here are some of the partners that we work with. Today's partner is Landtours. They're the tour operator located out of Africa. And they're going to be the ones that are going to service this particular tour to Senegal. And I just want to, just as a disclaimer, I just want to make sure we are all clear. BSR Travel is not a resource for cheap trips. I firmly believe, I'm not sure some of you may also believe, you get what you pay for. Yes, you can cut corners. Yes, you can do it yourself. I highly encourage people to do it themselves. That is definitely one way to save on travel, but I don't like to use the term cheap or you know, free even. I mean, you don't want to devalue what you're offering. So we don't like to use those terms. What we will do is we will give you the best value for your money. We are sympathetic about money concerns. If you have an issue with payments, please, you know, don't hesitate to speak up. We do offer payment option plans depending on obviously when the trip is going to occur. This Senegal trip is next year, 2023. So there's plenty of time for us to work together to get a payment plan together. And you can see that we do deliver on our word, and it shows up in our testimonials. So we're going to talk about the 10-day Senegal tour. The highlight of the tour is the St. Louis Jazz Festival. I'm not sure if you all know where St. Louis is in Senegal, but it's a small island where the Senegal River meets the sea. And once again, this is Africa, St. Louis, not United States, St. Louis. The dates here are sort of fluid because if we're going to go during the Jazz Festival, we have to wait for them to announce those dates. In 2022, the St. Louis Jazz Festival occurs in June of this year. But in past years, the St. Louis Jazz Festival occurred in May. So it's going to be one of those two, either the end of May, early June, but we'll be able to announce the exact dates in July of this year. We'll announce the exact dates. But I think this is a good time for me to turn it over to our tour operator. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you very much. My name is Mawuli, and I'm speaking to you from Accra, Ghana today. So we're Landtours. We are based in Accra, Ghana, but we operate in 6 countries in West Africa, which includes Senegal, Gambia, Togo, Benin, Burkina Faso, and Ivory Coast. So I'm excited to be with you today, and I can't wait to host you all soon. All right. So now let me share my screen and then we'll keep going. Okay, not this one. Let's see. Marjorie, can you stop sharing your screen, please?
Yes, I've stopped sharing my screen.
Okay, good. And I might just join us too. So I'm going to turn off my video so that I can save some, and then I can go share my screen.
Okay.
All right, I hope you all can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Good. So we will start right away. So just a little bit about our team and the company and all of that. So just to put it in context, where the arrow
And I'm
is,
sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but can you just speak just a little bit more about the company? Because I think it's
sure.
very important to know that this company was founded by a Black woman.
Yes.
So I truly believe in supporting Black businesses. So this is a perfect example where we're going to be supporting a Black business. Mona Boyd is the founder. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
So yes, so Landtours was founded by Mona Boyd. If you Google her up, you see she's African-American who has been in Ghana since 1994, married to a Ghanaian, and then been living here and working on these companies for all these years. So she's the founder and the majority partner, and I'm the minority partner for the company. So we are a truly owned Ghanaian company. You should be able to look us up. Great, and continue. I think we have somebody else that just entered the room. Well, just so going straight ahead, to bring this in context, this is where you can see the arrow. That is where Senegal is located in West Africa. Now, Africa has 54 independent countries with 1.3 billion people. And in West Africa, that's where Senegal is. Let me say this webinar is also going to be about Senegal, because we always like to sell Senegal and Gambia together. It's a small Gambia is a small portion located inside Senegal. So it's the same people. It's just been divided between the French and the English people when it happened after the Second World War. So Senegal is located in West Africa. It is bordered by Mauritania to the north, Mali to the east, Guinea to the southeast, and Guinea-Bissau to the southwest. It completely surrounds the Gambia. It has a population of 17 million. It gained independence from France on April 4th, 1960. The country is divided into 14 administrative regions, with Dakar as the national capital. The official language is French, even though there are other widely spoken languages like the Wolof, the Pula, and the Mandinka. Officially, the currency they use is called the West African franc. So that's a little bit about Senegal, and then about Gambia, which is the next one also there. You can see Gambia is also known as the smiling coast of West Africa. It gained independence in February 1965 from the British. The country is divided into 43 districts with Banjul as the capital. Currently has a population of about 2.6 million. The official language is English. Other widely spoken languages are just like what they do in Senegal, Wolof, Mandinka, and Fully. The currency they use there is called the Dalasi, Gambian Dalasi. So we will see a short video about Senegal, and then we will also see another short video about Gambia shortly. We'll see a short video too about Gambia. Great. So that's a short video about both countries. Now, the country's culture, Senegal, is derived from a popular Wolof word called Feranga, which loosely means hospitality. It's a Wolof word. It's used to evoke warmth, friendliness, and selflessness. It guides the Senegalese way of life and is instilled in each generation at a very early stage. Is the most important value in the Senegalese culture, and all boils down to one way: how you treat the guest. So because of that, they respect and treat people with a lot of solidarity and community when they have guests in there. So when we go to Senegal, you see how people treat you in all their ways. It shows up in their culture, their way of dancing, even the way they go to the market and all of that. Senegal is a very, very cultural and beautiful landscape that they have there. So as part of the city tour, we'll see all of these things when we go to Senegal: the culture, the food, and the food there is very fresh. They have a very popular dish called the jollof. It's the same kind of jollof we have in Gambia as well. And so some of the popular dishes is what we are seeing there in Senegal. It's all part of the culture we will see when we go to Senegal. Now, let me say also, Senegal, and especially Dakar, is a destination for arts and culture. They have the Black Civilization Museum, which currently is showcasing some of the work of Picasso, how he was inspired by African culture. And they also have the Ifan Museum, which has a collection dating back from all parts of West Africa. You see this in the museum when they're, again, they do a lot of this weaving and paintings here in a place called Ziguinchor. We will not be able to see that because it's far away. Now to your right is what they call the African Renaissance Monument. It's one of the tallest monuments in Dakar, where you can see a 360-degree panoramic view of the city of Dakar. It's also going to be on the city tour when we visit Dakar. Now, a very, very important island in Dakar is the Gori Island. And it's a must-see when you go to Senegal. The island of Gori lies on the coast of Senegal, opposite Dakar. From the 15th to the 19th century, it was the largest slave trading center on the African coast. It was ruled in succession by the Portuguese, the Dutch, the English, and the French. Its architecture is characterized by the contrast between the grim slave quarters and the elegant houses of the slave traders. Today, it continues to serve as a reminder of human exploitation and a sanctuary for reconciliation. It was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1978. So when we go to Senegal, we will definitely see Gori Island. And then I'm going to show a short video about Gori Island after this couple of slides that you're seeing. So that was Gorée Island. Now the next island I want to talk about is called the Kinte Island, which is in Gambia. It was formerly called the St. James Island, and is presently a testimony to the main periods and facets of encounters between Africa and Europe along the River Gambia. The site is particularly significant for its relation to the beginning of slave trade and its abolition. It also documents early access to the interior of Africa. Now, again, when you go to Gambia, you need to see this island. So I'll show a short video about the island right now. Okay, now another very popular site in Senegal is called the Pink Lake, or also the Lake Repta. Again, we'll see that when we go to Senegal. Now, Lake Repta or Pink Lake lies on north of the Cape Peninsula of Senegal, some 30 kilometers northeast of the capital, Dakar. The lake's salt content rivals that of the Dead Sea, and the combination of the sand and salt laving microalgae that gives it the color pink. So basically, this lake, when the sun is really hot at certain times of day, the color just turns pink, as you can see on the screen. We will see a short video about it. Great. So Senegal is not only about the culture and the lakes, but it also has one of the best wildlife there. So some of the popular wildlife parks there is called the Lake Langui di Bambari, and also the Juge National Park, which lies north of the country, and it's a sanctuary for thousands of birds around the mouth of the River Senegal. From October to March, you will witness thousands of migratory birds who escape the winter in Europe. The birds can literally put up an air show for hours. Other parks are the Nicola Koba National Park, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with a large variety of wild animals, including the hippopotamus, elephants, and lions. Additional national parks are the Bandi National Reserve and Gwembili National Park. Also, Gambia has a co-diversity of parks around the River Gambia. Abundant wildlife in the Kian West National Park and the Bolbak Wildlife Reserve includes monkeys, leopards, hippos, hyenas, and some rare birds. So we'll watch a couple more slides and then a video about some of the game parks, including the Fatala Wildlife Reserve, which is also in this area. Great. So that's some of the lodgings at the national park in all these places. Now, Dakar is the capital of Senegal. With a population of about 1 million people, it has a brand new airport. They just opened up a couple of like 2 years ago, and it's traditionally home to the Grand Mosque. One of the biggest mosques in West Africa is located there as well, and a lot of markets like the Camel Market. The big new African Civilization Museum is there. And of course, it's very, very vibrant for the best high life music, nightlife music in Dakar as well. Popular musicians like Akon was originally born in Senegal and has a house in Dakar. So we'll see a little bit about Dakar, what is available in Dakar. The best hotels are also located in Dakar, such as the Ibis, the Novotel. Okay, so this is where we are very interested in Saint Louis in Senegal. Now, Saint Louis is north of Dakar, 4 hours drive north of Dakar. The whole city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it was a former colonial capital of Dakar. The architecture there is very colonial, French looking when you go up there. This island is linked to the mainland by an 1865 bridge that was built by Gustave Eiffel, the same guy that built the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Now, it has well-preserved buildings, including the Governor's Palace and the neoclassical cathedral. There's a museum there as well that exhibits historical artifacts and arts. It was the capital of Senegal from 1872 to 1957, and it played an important cultural and economic role in the whole of West Africa. Now, famous for its jazz festival, which is held every year in May, except the one which is going to be held this year in June because of COVID. Some things have changed. This brings performers from all over the world, including American artists a lot of American artists have played there in the past years. So we'll see a little bit about St. Louis, watch a lot of jazz festival music as well. Okay, so that was St. Louis. So this happens, the Jazz Festival happens, like I said, in May, most likely to be May next year or June, but we'll know as later on this year. And it takes place 3 days continuously. Another very, very important town or holiday town in Senegal is called Sali, S-A-L-Y. That is pretty much a resort town where a lot of the hotels are on the beach there. There's this hotel there. So that is pretty much it about this. The rest are just hotels in Gambia that we don't really need to see. And this was just so I hope I was able to give you a little teaser about Senegal and what you expect. And it's a beautiful country. Things are changing every time. You know, I'm sure by now next year there'll be some additional places that will be available for us to see. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, so I can see that there's a vast range of environments within Senegal. You've got the city of Dakar, you've got the 4- and 5-star hotels in the city, in the urban area, and then you go to the other extreme, the desert. You know, you
Yes.
have the camping out in the tents in the desert. So we'll be doing all of that as part of this as part of this group trip. And I just wanted to, should we take some questions now or?
Yes, I think
Yes,
so.
okay, sure. So if anybody has any questions so far? Any questions so far? No questions so far?
I have a question.
Yes.
How many days does the jazz festival run? Like,
3 days, 3 continuous.
okay,
Mhm.
so would we be going each day or designated days or how?
Well, as part of the group, you can go all 3 days or no days. So you have that option.
Okay,
But yeah, it's built in for 3 days to be in the city of St. Louis. Excuse me, I pronounced it like we do in the United States, but it's St. Louis. So there's 3 days in that city, but you don't have to go to the jazz festival all 3 days now.
oh,
And
awesome.
is there a lineup? Did I miss that? Or did I zone out the lineup of the performers for the jazz festival?
Yeah, so far that hasn't been announced.
Yeah,
and
you
that-
did say that. I'm sorry.
Yep. So the jazz festival this year hasn't even happened yet. 2022 is in June. So if they're going to make any announcements, it will be after June. But the
Okay.
artist lineup is usually even closer to the date of the festival. Yeah, so we won't know the lineup probably until, correct me if I'm wrong, January of next year, maybe?
Yes,
Maybe?
the lineup normally comes out about 6 months before the
Yeah.
actual festival dates.
Mhm.
Yes,
I have a
ma'am.
question. I have a question.
Yes, Maureen?
Yeah, as far as the meetup goes, obviously, we're all gonna fly out of all of our own cities. Do we meet in a major city like New York or LA in order to fly into Africa?
Well, what the plan is to meet in Dakar. So whatever works best for you, because there may be a direct flight from DC that might work for folks. There's definitely direct flights from New York City. So it's really depending on where you're departing from. But the meetup is going to be in Dakar at our hotel.
Okay,
Yes. But if we have a group of folks traveling from New York together, then yes, together, the New Yorkers can meet together and so forth. Yeah.
And
And
Marjorie,
that's also not included as part of the package tour. So the airfare is separate. That is separate. Mhm. Yes, Karen.
as you build the itinerary, is your goal to have us hit a couple of those places the gentleman just showed us to
Yes,
get a
yes.
flavor of a little bit of everything?
Exactly. So over the 10 days, like I said, we're going to obviously start off in Dakar, in the urban area, but we're going to hit many of those places. The resort beach town of Sally, we'll stay there. We will also obviously stay in the desert, a day or two there. So
Mhm.
yes, you're going to experience a wide range of environments
Mhm.
in Senegal. Mhm.
And will you try to, and I don't know, are you going to do like a day-to-day thing every 2 days? Or you haven't decided how you're going to plan the itinerary as of yet?
Well, we do have a tentative itinerary already.
Mhm.
Do you want to discuss just generally how that itinerary works?
that'd be great.
Mawoldi?
Sure. Let me see if I can pull. Do you have a copy of yours up? You could just take me a while to pull up mine.
Sure. You want me to share my screen? I can do
Yes,
that.
please.
Yes, let's see. I think I have it open. Let me just make sure I have it open. Get to it. Okay. Screen, here we go, share. Okay, so the detailed itinerary, as I mentioned, we're going to arrive day 1 in Dakar. That's the arrival. So that's a travel day. Day 2, we're going to head off to the Pink Lake, which is north of the city of Dakar. Not about, how far away is that? That's not, it's within driving distance.
Yeah, 30 minutes driving.
Right, 30-minute drive. That's day 2. So we'll spend time there. All of this we'll make available after this webinar online, so you can see the details of what occurs in each of the stops. Day 3 is after breakfast, we depart for a drive to St. Louis. So that's when we start making our journey towards that UNESCO World Heritage City. And day 4 is when the Jazz Festival will begin. So that's, you can spend time at the market if you prefer. You know, there's other things you can do within the city if you don't want to attend the Jazz Festival. Most of the concerts obviously are in the evening, but there's other things you can be doing in the evening if you prefer not to do that. But why travel all that way and not attend, you know? So you have day 4, day 5, and day 6 are at the Jazz Festival in St. Louis. And then on day 7, we leave St. Louis and we go to Lampool. Is that how you pronounce that? Which is the desert. So there'll be activities in the desert. Overnight accommodation will be in a tent at the Echo Lodge in Lampool. Day 8 is leaving Lampool. We go to Bandai and then to Sally, and we spend the night overnight in Sally. And day 9, we, after breakfast, depart for the island of Fadioth. Is that how you pronounce that?
Fadioth,
And we
yes.
drive, yes. And then you have lunch in the village, and you leave for evening party in the village with the locals. So there'll be opportunities to really interact with local, the natives in Senegal. So you have many opportunities to do that. You'll notice that each of these days, breakfast is included in all of these. And then some of the evening activities are too as well. And then day 10, we depart going back home. So day 10 is a travel day. First day and last day are travel days. So hopefully that's helpful. But yes, we'll share this itinerary with everybody online.
I have a question.
Yes, Yoronda.
Do we need a special visa or is our passport enough?
Passport is enough, if I'm correct.
Yes, passport is enough. When you get to Dakar, they will issue a visa on arrival for you. They just stamp your passport and issue a visa for you.
Okay.
Yes.
And what about any special vaccinations for the people who don't like shots?
And again, that's information that we'll share with you later, but you definitely need to get a malaria vaccination. And of course, you need to have a fully vaccinated, as of today, COVID before you come to any country. So that is still in force.
Okay.
Yes. It's not as complicated as Ghana. Ghana requires yellow fever.
Yes.
Ghana also requires a visa. There's a lot of things that Ghana requires that Senegal does not.
Okay.
Which is a good thing. Any other questions? I think the major question somebody's not asking, or I'm not sure, maybe you're hesitant to ask. It's on everybody's mind. How much, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
How
right?
much?
I'm waiting. How much? Let me share my screen. Let me just do the screen share. Go back.
You can have all of this for $9.99.
Right. And let me just do this.
Also, how many people are able to attend? Is there a certain maximum?
Oh, that's an excellent question. There is no maximum, as if I'm correct. We're trying to keep it relatively small. We're trying to go no more than 20 people. We don't want this to be a huge, unmanageable group. We want to try to keep it around 20 people. 25 max, really.
And then Marjorie, as I
Yes.
see, when you send out the itinerary here, I see that there will be transportation and transfers and everything included
That's correct.
as we move
Yes.
around, which is awesome.
Exactly, yes. So you'll have once you arrive in Africa, all transportation, all ground transportation is included. Breakfast is included. You'll also have a tour guide with you. As you may know, Senegal, the official language is French. I don't know if anybody here speaks French, but if you don't, there's no worries because your guide will speak English, will be your translator for you. So we will have somebody with us at all times to handle that.
And out of curiosity, what's the currency?
So the currency is called the West African francs. That's what is spent there. As of today, $1 is about 500 West African franc, but that's as of today's value of exchange.
And when we get there I guess when we get there, you'll give us an idea of how much currency that we should be bringing with us.
Yes, when the time gets closer, we'll let you know.
Yep. Okay,
Mhm.
awesome.
Exactly. So as you can imagine, this is far into the future. And I just wanted to make sure I got this message out as early as I could to allow you all time to make your plans, whether that means setting up a special account for yourself to put your money aside. We want to make sure that it's not a burden for anybody to join us, that anybody that wants to join us, they're able to join us. So as you see here, the dates are not completely set, but just know that it will be either May or June of next year. And we're looking at 10 days, 9 nights, Senegal with the Jazz Festival. So tickets to the Jazz Festival, correct me if I'm wrong, they're included?
That's right.
Yes, they're included. So we're looking at $25.88 per person based on double occupancy. Most of the rooms will be double occupancy, but if you're traveling solo, that's fine as well. Just add on a $638 fee for single occupancy to that. We're looking for obviously a non-refundable deposit, and we haven't mapped out the payment plan just as of yet, but I wanted to give those on the phone or the Zoom call today an opportunity to get your deposit in early. And for those of you that are listening or maybe even viewing this in the future, we're going to break that deposit in half. So the deposit will be $150, and that's to hold your spot in this group trip. So I think that's very reasonable. You got put down $150, you got your spot saved and reserved. What we're not doing is making matches. If you need a match, do you want to share a room but you don't have somebody to share with? Unfortunately, we're not going to take care of that for you. But hopefully you'll have enough time to find somebody. We do have a private Facebook group. You can always go into the group and ask, listen, I want to get to the Senegal tour. I need somebody to share a room with. Obviously, it'll give you time to meet with that person, get to know that person. If you're going to be sharing a room with them and you don't know them in advance, it's good to obviously meet and in advance and get to know who you're sharing the room with. But yes, we would not be making matches for room sharing, just so that you know. Travel protection is highly recommended, travel insurance, and we can arrange that for you as well. And just also that just as a disclaimer, we will share the itinerary with you. The names of the hotels also will be included, but we might we'll have to see, we might have to make substitutions if something changes, or if, for example, I booked a trip to Ghana last year. We had a whole year ready to go, and turns out that one of the hotels was doing renovations. And we said, no, we're not going to subject the clients to noise and banging and all that kind of stuff. So we had to move the hotel. So if we're going to make any changes, though, they will be comparable changes. We're not going to change a 5-star hotel room to a 2-star. It will be comparable. So I hope that answers all the questions you could possibly have. Obviously, we're getting this information out to you very early. You're one of the first to get this information. So you have some time to think about it, and you have some time to get your money together. And as I mentioned, we'll give you all 50% off on your deposit. So your deposit will be $150. And then you can plan to make your final payment February of next year to help you plan.
And then Marjorie, just for clarity purposes, the travel
Yes.
protection is a separate fee, correct?
That's correct. That's not included. That can be added. That's
Okay.
correct. We can also help you with the airfare if you just need if you need advice on okay which flights or which airlines fly to Senegal, Dakar. We can help you with that as well. Many folks may have points or miles they want to use. If you're going to pay for your airfare that way, you'd have to take care of that on your own. We won't manage those bookings for you. But if you want somebody to book it for you, we can take care of the booking. That's also an additional fee to book airfare.
That's awesome.
Mhm. Any other questions for us?
Sounds like a great tour.
Yes, it should be. It should be. I mean, we should be busy every single day. I try to book tours, group trips where you're busy, you have something to do every single day. But then again, it's flexible enough that if something happens or something's going on, you're not interested and you want to do something on your own, you know, you're welcome to do that as well. The only challenge there is if we're moving from city to city, as long as you get back so that you can get on the bus with the rest of us to get to the next destination, you know, if you're going to go off on your own.
How soon will you be setting up the group Facebook page?
Well, we have a group Facebook page now. It's called Black Music Tourism. That's the Facebook group, private group page. But I'll be setting up a separate group just for this trip separately. That'll probably happen in July when we have a better handle on what the dates are. So right now it's just tentative May, June next year. But by July of this year, we should be able to lock in some dates and really start marketing this and promoting this in July.
Right.
Yeah. So I also anticipate the deposit deadline will probably also in July, August, July of this year to get that deposit deadline in. Yeah.
And then Marjorie, for the deposit, how are you expecting the deposit to be received? Check, money order, PayPal? How are you requesting?
Yep. So those of you have that book with Lots of Rhythms Travel in the past, we do everything online. So what will happen is I'll send you a link and you'll create your profile. In fact, I'll do that for everybody that's on the call today. So if you're not a current client, I'll send you a link to get your profile built in our customer management system. And then from there, we'll issue an invoice once we're ready to start collecting those deposits. So the invoice will have your deposit and then anything else you want to add to it, like airfare or insurance, all of that will be added to your invoice. Your invoice is yours. If you're paying for the room, say a double room for 2 people, we can put both people on the same invoice, or we can split so that each person pays for their own trip separately. We can do separate invoices. So that's why we try to customize it for whatever your needs are.
Thank you.
Yep. But yes, everything is by credit card, debit card. We don't accept PayPal, no Zelle, just cards, no money orders, no cash. We try to have a paper trail, so we do everything online. Any other questions? I hope you're excited. I am. I'm very excited about this. Something unique, something different. Folks that have been to Ghana 10, 12, 15 times, try something different. Come to Senegal and we're going to have a great time. Oh, the other question I'm sure maybe some of you are wondering, you notice everybody on the call, on the Zoom is a female. We are actually open. This is males and females. This is not just a woman's trip. So this is open to males and females. This is open to everyone. Okay.
Great.
So thank you so much for joining today. As I mentioned, we do have a Facebook group. You're welcome to join the Facebook group. We'll share more information there. It's called Black Music Tourism. You'll find that when you do a search. It is a private group, so you have to request to join. So please answer the questions when you join. That way I can collect your email address if you're not already in there. And we'll stay in touch. We'll stay in touch over the next few months. So thank you, everyone.
Marge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
All
you.
right, take
all.
care.
Thank you.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
So just let me know about the recording when you have that ready.
Sure, I will.
Okay, perfect. All right, take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.